Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another video. And in this video, we are going to talk about long-term investment, but this is going to be a slightly different video from what we discuss regularly on our channel because mostly when we talk about long-term investments, we are mostly focused on the Indian stocks and the Indian stock markets. But it is equally important to diversify your investments not only in different stocks and companies but also to diversify geographically. And that's where investment in the US stock markets come in handy. So in this particular video, I will talk about 5 US stocks that I am heavily buying right now, which I think are available at a decent valuation and would be good for a long-term investment. And apart from that, to all the viewers of this particular video and channel, if you open up the account in IND Money through the link in the description, you would get free Amazon stock worth rupees 100 for basically all the viewers who watch this particular video. So there are a lot of questions when it comes to US investment, like where do we open an account, who is the broker, are they safe or not, what are the charges involved when converting INR to USD, and what are the benefits, and basically why should we do that. So we'll talk about each one of these in this particular video. It could be slightly longer than our usual duration, but hang on till the end if you are interested in the US stock markets. And I highly encourage you to just have a look at what are the benefits and why you should invest in the US stock markets in the first place. So, with that being said, let's begin. So, very firstly, let's talk about why one should invest in the US stocks. So, the first reason, as I mentioned, was diversification, not only in terms of stocks but also in terms of geography. For example, if there is some crisis which would affect the stock markets of a particular country, let's pick the example of demonetization. So, when it happened, so our markets stumbled, but it was a local problem and it was not a global problem. So, the usual US markets and the other global markets were doing quite fine at that time as well. So that is one of the reasons that you should diversify your investments, not only in stocks and sectors but also as per the geography. The second reason is dollar appreciation or rupee depreciation benefit. So whenever you are investing in the US stocks for long term, and if dollar gets strong, or basically if dollar goes up, and which is what has been seen in the past, that in the long run dollar has outperformed rupee, so that's when you would also benefit from the dollar appreciation or the rupee depreciation. So that's another reason that you should invest in US stocks. The third one is the option to buy fractional shares. Now, the broker which I am going to suggest you gives you the ability to buy fractional shares. And firstly, this is not a sponsored video by that particular broker. I basically tried to find out a lot of options. Some of them I tried personally. Like before this, I used to invest through Vested Finance in the US stocks. Again, it's not a sponsored video. I just want to give you an honest opinion about what I felt and how was my experience with most of these brokers. Currently, the broker that I'm suggesting is IND Money. Now, there are a lot of reasons for this. Firstly, your money is insured. Now, that was the case with Vested Finance too, but your money is insured up to $250,000. That's first thing. And secondly, it gives you the option to buy fractional shares. Again, this was the options available in Vested Finance too. But now comes the important distinguishing factor. I'm using IND Money because the conversion rate, or basically the conversion charges when you're converting your money from Indian rupees to dollars, is quite minimal, and it's almost zero. You only have to pay the GST and that's it. You're done. Whereas if you go through the other routes and if you pick your particular bank, for example, let's say HDFC Bank or SBI, you would have to pay a hefty amount, usually more than 1,500 or 2,000 rupees, just to convert your money from INR to USD, and that was really not favorable for a lot of us. And also when you withdraw, so I guess in the case of IND Money there is a withdrawal charge, but I am not concerned with the withdrawal because I plan on investing for long term. And even if I have to pay, let's say 20-30 bucks while withdrawing, I'm fine with that because I'm not doing this for trading, rather it's a long term investment thing, so you should view it likely. And the next option is that you should bet on high growth startups in USA focusing on innovation. Now, one of the things that I have observed about the Indian IT sector is the thing that basically there are a lot of IT companies in our markets which are listed on NSE and BSE, but most of them are quite mundane, I would say. They are not focusing on innovation quite a lot, and that is something which I have seen in the Silicon Valley, that there are a lot of really good startups and companies which are trying to solve really unique problems, and there is a lot of innovation going on in a lot of the cutting edge fields in the technology. So that's something that you should keep in mind. And yes, for example, as I've said, tech companies in Silicon Valley, so there are really good investment options in the US markets. But again, that is a totally different geography. The companies work quite differently, so you should properly gain some knowledge before investing heavy amounts of money here. And in this video I will tell you 5 stocks which I am investing in right now, and I'm investing in quite heavily. and I do plan on adding more if there are further dips observed in the future in these stocks. And as I always say, please consult your financial advisor before making any particular investment decision. This is just for educational purposes and to help you make your choices better. So, with that being said, and yes, of course, the last benefit is that there is almost nil USD INR conversion charges with the option that I am telling you, and there is no commission on buy sell. So basically, the option which I am suggesting, that is IND Money, is offering you brokerage free kind of investment, which is the case with most Indian brokers when it comes to Indian equities as well. So these were some of the reasons that you should invest in the US stock markets and why it could be beneficial for you in the long run. So yes, with that being said, let's have a look at the five stocks and try to understand how you can better make your investment journey much more diversified and much more better. So let's have a look at that. So here are the five stocks that we'll be talking about in this particular video. A lot of these might be familiar companies to you, but some of them might be new for you. So we'll talk about each one of these and what levels I bought them at and why you should invest in each one of these companies and why it could be a good long-term investment. So these are the five companies. We'll start off with PayPal, then we'll talk about Twilio, we'll talk about Facebook, which is now known as Meta Platforms Incorporated. We'll talk about Snap, which is the company behind Snapchat, and we'll talk about Intel. So let's dive deep into each one of these stocks and understand why you should invest in them. And yes, the reason behind recording this particular video was to primarily make you aware about the investment options that you have. A lot of you might be aware about the US ETFs, primarily the Nasdaq 100 ETF, and some of the mutual funds which invest in the US stock markets. That is certainly one option. But if you want to invest in some particular companies, you don't have that freedom when you are going through that route. So this was really important, and I think that you should be able to pick out the companies that you want to invest in by yourself and not be dependent on the mutual funds. But again, that is not an option for everyone, because if you're not ready to dedicate some time to research about these companies and stocks, you could end up making some really bad investments that you could be regretting later. So that is something which should not happen. So that is one thing. And secondly, the fractional shares point that I was talking about, it is very much important, because if you have a look at the Amazon stock, one stock of Amazon is more than 3,000 US dollars. And it's really kind of funny to say that a lot of retail investors who are investing in India might not even have that large of a portfolio when it comes to that. So again, that is a really good benefit that we have when investing through fractional shares. And again, the IND Money broker is a good one, and it's a reliable broker which I trust. And that's why after doing a lot of research, I thought that I should share this with all of you guys as well. So yes, now let's talk about these five stocks. So we'll start off with the first stock on our list, which is PayPal, ticker symbol of PYPL. Let's first have a look at the stock. So in the last trading session, the stock was down almost a little over a 1%, and in the last 1 month, the stock has corrected more than 17% from the last 1 month peak, and almost about a 15% correction in the last 1 month. Talking about the all-time high, so the all-time high somewhere stands around, or sorry, the 52-week high somewhere stands around 310 US dollars, and from there the stock is available at more than a 26% discount from its high. So currently it's at a really good valuation, and you should definitely consider long-term investment in this particular stock. Now most of you might be familiar with PayPal as a fintech company, and PayPal operates as a technology platform and digital payments company, and it is the leader in its particular segment. And here are some of the plus points. So currently the stock is trading at 11.3% below the estimate of its fair value. And by the way that these guys are calculating the fair value is through the discounted cash flow method. So you can Google more about that if you're interested. But currently, as per these analysts, the stock is trading at 11.3% discount from its intrinsic price, and the earnings are forecast to grow at 19.07% CAGR. That I think is quite healthy for the company. So that is another plus point. And the earnings in fact grew by 88.5% over the past year. So again, these are some of the plus points. The company has a high level of debt, no doubt, but the company has made some really good investments and acquisitions, which I think are going to help PayPal in the long run. So certainly, I think that it's a really good investment opportunity. A stock like PayPal, a blue chip stock, is available at more than a 26% discount from the top. So you should certainly consider long-term investment. Let's talk about some of the levels for PayPal. So PayPal, as I mentioned, that it has been witnessing some really good correction since the last few weeks, and that is what we can see. But if you have a look at this particular zone, so here it has taken up support multiple times, And again, the earnings are scheduled for PayPal to come out on 8th of November. So a lot of reaction of the stock will depend on the earnings. But again, I think that you should accumulate some quantity at these levels, because I myself have accumulated some of the quantities at these particular levels. And although the stock looks weak because it is trading below all its moving averages, but the good part is that for a long term, PayPal is an amazing stock, and you should certainly consider investment in this particular company for long term. So let's talk about our second stock, which is going to be Twilio. So yes, Twilio is another one of those most favorite companies of mine when it comes to growth stocks. So Twilio is basically a cloud communications platform that enables developers to build, scale, and operate customer engagement within their software applications. And some of the clients of Twilio are really reputable companies, so you can Google more about that. I'm not doing an in-depth analysis of each of these companies because that would make the video very long, but rather I'm just giving you pointers as to what all companies you can look in. And of course, if I come and tell you that you should invest in FANG, then there's no point, right? We are looking basically at the growth stocks which have a really good growth potential in terms of future, and which are basically doing just fine. So let's talk about some of the plus points for Twilio. The revenue is forecast to grow at 23.17% CAGR. That is quite handsome, I would say. But currently, these are some of the risk analysis or factors which you should consider. So currently, this startup is unprofitable, like most of the startups, no doubt, and they are not forecast to become profitable over the next 3 years, as per the analysts. So this is something which is could be a bit of a concern, but that's where you are betting on the growth of this particular company and the segment in which this particular company operates. The competitors are quite less, and certainly Twilio is one of those stocks which I would like to hold in my long-term portfolio. Now let's talk about the stock. So the last trading session, the stock was down by a little over 1%. You will see that the last trading price is around 310 US dollars. In the last 1 month, the stock is down by almost a little over a 4% because of the bad results. So the results were not that bad, but the market did not react quite well to it. And I have an average buying price of around 290 US dollars. So let me talk about the long term performance as well. So in 1 year, the stock has given you returns of a little over 13%, which is quite good. And in 5 years, it has given you a really good return of more than 880%, which is quite amazing. Let me show you these for PayPal as well. So in the last 1 year, PayPal has still grown up by 22%, even after the 26% correction from its all time high. And in the last 5 years, PayPal has given you a really good returns of more than 463%, which is quite phenomenal. Talking about Twilio, so as I mentioned, my buying price was somewhere around $290. So it made a low of around $277 recently after the poor results. You can see this huge gap down, but it has started to recover from these particular levels. So you can wait for some retracement and add some quantity around 300 levels, and then you can add some more around 290, and then you can buy this stock at each particular dip. So certainly it's a very good stock for long term, and I'm betting on this particular company because I believe that the business that they are operating in, there are very few competitors, and it's a really healthy space to grow, and a lot of future growth potential exists here. So let's talk about our third stock, which is going to be, yes, you heard it right, Meta Platforms or Facebook. So yes, let's talk about this particular company. I need not say a lot of things. The major revenue for Facebook comes through ads. I think most of you are aware about that. And it basically is that Meta Platforms Incorporated of Facebook develops products that enable people to connect and share with friends and families through mobile devices, personal computers, VR headsets. Yes, that is their main primary focus after changing the name to Meta Platforms. That is the metaverse. We'll talk about that in some other video. But for now, the future for Facebook is looking very bright. And one of the best things that I feel about this company is that they invest a lot of money in R&D, because they have a lot of free cash flow, so they can afford to invest a lot of money in research and development, and that's what makes them a really good company to bet on. So currently it is trading at more than a 50% discount as per the analyst of this particular website. It is available at a 50% discount compared to its intrinsic value, which I think is really good. And the earnings are forecast to grow at 11.69% CAGR per year, which I think is quite phenomenal. And the earnings, in fact, grew by more than 59% over the past year, which I think is really positive. And again, Facebook stock was also available at some correction in the last few trading sessions although it has recovered. So I think I have a average price of somewhere around 324 in this particular stock. I just kept on averaging and buying these dips. But again, the results were okay. It was good. But basically, people are concerned about the whistleblower complaints that are quite often against companies like Facebook. But again, that happens once in a year. But I think that the stock is really good, and you can definitely consider long-term investment in this particular stock. So talking about some of the levels, in the last 1 month, the stock is almost up by 3.68%. Although this dip was a buying opportunity, I would highly say that. In the last 6 months, the stock is again not much movement, kind of flat, 7% up. Last 1 year, the stock has given you good returns of 22.45%, and in the last 5 years, the stock has given you decent returns of 186.8%. So again, it is one of those mega cap companies which you can invest in, which will keep your money safe and will definitely give you some good return, or I should say some decent return in the long term. So let's talk about our fourth stock, which is Snap. So again, Snap, most of you might be familiar with the app, which is Snapchat. So Snap is the company behind that. And Snap operates as a camera company in the United States and internationally, although most of its active users are from the United States of America. And talking about some of the plus points, so the earnings are forecast to grow at 73.03 percentage per year. Now, one of the questions that a lot of you might ask me is that why are we picking Snap? Because both Facebook and Snap have advertisements as their primary source of revenue. That's true, but Snap is doing some really good work in the field of augmented reality. Now, some of the filters which Snapchat provides are quite good. I have heard that. I have never used Snapchat, but still, they are doing some really good work in the augmented and the virtual reality space. And I think that that's what make them unique. And basically, they are another growth startup. So there is a lot of potential to grow. So yes, we are investing in Facebook for some sort of a security as a safe stock, but you can certainly bet on Snap because it is also available at some really good correction from the highs. We'll talk about that. But another plus point is that the earnings have grown by more than a 19.6% per year for the last 5 years. So this is really good. And some of the risk analysis that the stock is volatile in the past 3 months, no doubt about that. It's a growing company, so the volatility is expected. There has been some insider selling over the past 3 months, so that could be some concern. But still, I am quite optimistic about the growth story of Snap. And the shareholders have been diluted in the past year, so that could be another one of those factors which you might want to consider. So let's talk about some of the levels for Snap. So in the last 1 month, the stock is available at a really healthy correction from the top. It's more than 29%. It's almost 30% correction from the top. So it's available at a good discount. And in spite of that, in the last 6 months, the stock is down only negative 2.8%. And even in spite all of that, the stock is still up more than 29.37% in the last 1 year, which I think is quite good. In the last 5 years, the stock has almost doubled your capital, and not exactly in the 5 years. It was listed in 2017 when Snap went public, and since then it has given you returns of more than 96.27%. Now, my average price in Snap is somewhere around $52. Let me show you the charts as well. So let's talk about Snap. So again, Snap has been looking weak, trading below all of its moving averages. But again, I'm thinking about a long-term perspective, and you can see that it has really consolidated in this particular level, and I basically accumulated some of the quantity here after I saw this huge gap down due to poor results. So this is another one of those stocks which I think could do well in the long term. So you can definitely consider long-term investment. And let's talk about the last stock on our list. That's going to be Intel. Again, I need not introduce this particular company. This is a really good company, and it's available at a decent valuation. So as per the analyst, it is available at more than a 36.6% discount compared to its intrinsic value. And one of the good parts about this particular stock is the dividend. So it pays a reliable dividend of about 2.73%. That is the dividend yield of this particular stock. Talking about some of the risk factors, so the earnings are forecast to decline by an average of 5.4% per year. But I think these are just forecasts. You should not take them very seriously because these could be wrong. And although the company has some high level of debt, but the company has enough free cash flow to basically focus more on innovation and R&D, and is doing really great in the processor and the semiconductor segment. And again, it is the industry leader, so we need not worry a lot about here. So again, it's not a growth stock. It is kind of a stable stock, but it will give you that good dividend, and it is basically a company which will grow your money consistently and slowly. Talking about the stock in the last 1 month, so it is down by a little over a 6%. It was available at more than a 15% correction from the last 1 month high. And talking about the last 1 year, the stock has still managed to provide you returns of more than 11.67%. Now my average price in Intel is somewhere around 49.5 US dollars. That's where I accumulated this particular stock. And if it dips more, I will certainly plan on adding more. And in the 5 years, the stock has been kind of slow, but as I mentioned, that the stock is not a growth stock and it does give you a really healthy dividend payout. So that is something which you need to consider. Let's talk about the charts for Intel. So again, it is also trading below all of its moving averages, but the stock recently made a low of 47.84 and has started to look strong since then, and it has given some really good uptick. So again, these are some of the stocks in which you can invest your money for long term. Again, these are just 5 stocks, and you should certainly consult your financial advisor before making any further investment decisions, because it's a different market, it's a different set of companies which you might or might not understand. So that is something which you need to take care about. But this is just my initiative to make you aware about the investment choices that you have, and I think that certainly this could be really helpful for a lot of you. So I know that the video was a bit long than the usual length, but again, this was something new which I think would have helped a lot of you. If it did, please consider pressing the like button. And if you're new here and coming up for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.